I'm sitting on my front steps, a cold beer in my hand, staring at the cracked sidewalk. It's late, well past midnight, and sleep's not coming. My phone's on the porch rail, screen off, but my brain's stuck on last weekend. Sunday was Memorial Day, and something hit me hard, like a punch I didn't see coming. My family's not the type to have big, warm gatherings, but we're not ghosts to each other either. Usually, there's a text or a call, maybe mom bugging me to swing by for whatever holiday thing they've got going. This year? Nothing. Total silence. I didn't dwell on it at first. Folks get caught up, you know? I thought I'd hear from them later. Then I'm flipping through my phone, just passing time, and I catch a post from my cousin Lisa on social media. It's a picture of a huge barbecue at my uncle's place, tables piled with ribs, kids tossing a football, smoke curling up from the grill. I lean in closer, and there's my dad, smiling big, flipping burgers like he's running the show. Next to him is my older brother, Jake, with his 2 girls hanging off his arms. My uncle's there, my aunt, a few cousins, even Jake's wife, Emily. They're all laughing, raising their drinks, looking like they're living in a happy family movie. The real gut punch? It's at my uncle's backyard, the same place we've had cookouts since I was a kid. I zoom in, thinking maybe I missed something. I check my messages, my email, even the family group chat we hardly touch. Zilch. Not one, "Hey, Nick, you coming?" or "Grab some buns." I was at my parents' house last Wednesday, setting up their new internet because Dad can't stand dealing with cables. He didn't say a word about a barbecue. I showed him how to use his new tablet for his car shows, and he just grunted like I was supposed to do it. Now I'm staring at this photo, and it's like I'm invisible. It eats at me. I'm not one for drama, but this hurts. I shoot Jake a text, keeping it light. "You guys at Uncle Dan's?" No answer. I wait an hour, still nothing. So I call Dad. He picks up after a few rings, sounding like I just ruined his day. "What's up, Nick?" he says, all short. I hear chatter in the background, kids giggling, the clank of a grill. I ask if they're enjoying the barbecue. He goes quiet for a second, then says, "Yeah, it's Memorial Day. Just a family deal." I swallow and ask why I didn't get an invite. His voice gets sharp, like I'm wasting his time. "It's for the main family, Nick. You're not part of it like Jake and his girls." I chuckle, thinking he's pulling my leg, but he's not. I ask what he means, and he says, "You're a letdown, Nick. I don't go around telling folks you're my son." My chest tightens. I hear my aunt yelling about coleslaw in the background. I ask if mom's around, and he passes her the phone. She comes on, sounding worn out, like I dragged her out of bed. "Nick, why are you causing a fuss? Let them enjoy the day." I ask if she really thinks I'm the issue. She sighs, says, "Can you just drop it for once?" I mutter, "All right, I get it," and hang up. I put my phone down hard on the rail, not enough to crack it, but enough to make my beer wobble. The street's quiet, just crickets and the hum of a street light. I try to shake it off, walk inside, but I can't. I end up back on the steps, sitting in the dark. I quit smoking years ago, so there's no falling back on that. I just sit, running the call over in my head. Did I screw up? Miss some big fight? I'm always there for them, fixing their Wi-Fi, covering a bill when they're tight, hauling stuff when mom needs it. I'm not perfect, but I'm not a bum. Still, I'm not main family. I think back to other times, smaller slights. My birthday last year? A quick text, no call, no dinner. When my car broke down, Dad said I should have saved better. But when Jake's truck died, Dad drove out at midnight to tow it, no complaints. I always knew I was the odd man out, but I thought it was just me overthinking. Turns out, they see it too, and they're not hiding it anymore. My phone buzzes, "Mom, texting, please don't make this a big deal." I don't reply. I mute the group chat, block their numbers, pull their photos off my fridge. I don't know why, it just feels right. I sleep awful that night, the call looping in my head, but by morning, I'm not sad anymore. I'm mad. They want a family without me? Fine. Let's see how they do when I'm not there to clean up their messes. I've been the one handling their junk for years, internet, phone plans, even Dad's little mechanic side hustle. No thanks, no pay, just, "Nick, you're good with computers." I always hoped they'd see me, treat me like Jake. Nope. I'm done pretending it doesn't sting. I'm not begging to be included. They'll come crawling back when something breaks, but this time, I'm not sure I'll care. For now, I'm just sipping my beer, watching the stars, feeling weirdly calm. Memorial Day 2025, the day I learned I'm not family. I don't know what's next, but I'm not taking it lying down. I'll let you know if things get wild. For now, I'm grabbing some leftover tacos they didn't invite me to eat. It's Monday morning, the day after Memorial Day, and I'm still reeling from that barbecue snub. I'm in my kitchen, nursing a coffee, trying to act like it's just another day. My phone's on the counter, and I've got it on silent, but I can see the notifications piling up. I went quiet on my family last night, muted their texts, blocked their calls, the whole deal. I didn't do it to be petty. I just couldn't handle another, "Don't make this a big deal" from Mom. I wanted to see how long it'd take for them to notice I'm gone. Turns out, not long at all. By noon, I've got a missed call from Jake, my brother. I don't pick up. A couple hours later, Mom texts, "Nick, can you come fix Dad's tablet? He can't get his shows." I stare at the message, almost laughing. They tell me I'm not family, then expect me to play tech support? I leave her on read. It feels good, like I'm finally pushing back, but it's not enough to ease the knot in my gut. By Tuesday, the family group chat's lighting up. I didn't leave it, just muted it, because part of me wants to see them squirm. Mom's texting stuff like, ignoring us is immature, Nick. Jake chimes in with, stop making everything weird, man. You always do this. Real creative, right? I don't reply. Ghosting them feels better than arguing. I go about my day, hit the grocery store, mow my lawn, scroll through some car videos online. Every few hours, another text pops up, but nothing from Dad. That's no shock. He's the type to let everyone else fight his battles, then swoop in acting like the wounded party. Here's where it gets juicy, though. For years, I've been the guy keeping their lives running. I manage their internet bills, their phone plans, even the online stuff for Dad's side gig fixing cars. He can barely send an email, so I set up his invoicing system, his payment portal, all of it. Never got a dime for it. Never got a thanks. Just, Nick, handle it. You're good at this. So, I figure, if I'm not family, they can sort it out themselves. I log into the shared account for their internet and utilities. Everything's paid up. I've been covering it, and they toss me cash whenever they felt like it, sometimes weeks late. I pull my card off the account, remove myself as an authorized user, and email the provider to switch it to Dad's name. Then I do the same with the phone plans. I send Jake a text, short and sweet. You and Dad handle your own phones now. I'm out. No emojis, no fuss. I wait for the blowback. Wednesday morning, Jake calls, leaves a voicemail dripping with attitude. This is a dumb stunt, Nick. You're stressing Dad out, and he's not young. I don't call back. Mom's next, her voice shaky in a message. You're being cruel, Nick. We need you. I feel a twinge of guilt, but then I remember Dad's words, not his son, and it fades. By Thursday, Dad finally calls. No greeting, just straight into it. You're acting like a kid, Nick. This hurts everyone. I tell him he made it clear I'm not family, so why should I do their chores? He backtracks, says I misunderstood, but in the same breath tells me to grow up and stop sulking. I say, put the accounts in your name, or they're getting cut off. Then I hang up. He calls again. I let it go to voicemail. Meanwhile, I'm getting texts from my aunt, Dad's sister, asking what's going on. My cousin Lisa, the one who posted the barbecue photo, messages too. You okay? I send them screenshots of Dad's texts, no explanation, just the raw truth. I'm not diving into family gossip, but I'm not letting them think I'm the bad guy for no reason. Friday's when things start crumbling for them. Jake texts, all caps. Why's the internet down? Dad's losing it. I reply, call the provider. Not my job. He tries calling. I send it to voicemail. Mom shows up at my place that afternoon, banging on the door. I open it, and she tries to barge in like she owns the place. I step in her way, say she can't just walk in. She pushes past anyway, heads for my fridge, then starts lecturing. You're tearing us apart, Nick. I offer her a soda, half joking. She swats my hand, says, this isn't a game. She's furious, no tears this time, just fire. She says I'm acting like a stranger. I tell her they made me one first. She slams the fridge, storms out, slams my front door so hard the windows rattle. It doesn't feel great, but it doesn't feel bad either. I sit on my couch, scroll through social media, and see Emily, Jake's wife, posted some vague meme about people who only show up when it suits them. I laugh. She's always treated Jake like the star and me like the backup. Lisa sends another message, asking if I'm all right. I leave it unread. For now, I'm just chilling, eating chips, watching the chaos unfold. They think okay, but I'm done being their fix-it guy. Things are about to get messy, and I'm weirdly okay with it. It's Wednesday night, a week and a half since that Memorial Day barbecue blindsided me, and I'm in my living room, heating up some leftover pizza. My phone's on the coffee table, buzzing like an angry hornet, but I'm ignoring it. I've been in ghost mode since I cut my family off, blocked their calls, muted their texts, left them to deal with their own mess. I figured they'd get the hint, but they're not letting up. If anything, things are getting wilder, and I'm starting to see how much they leaned on me. Around 8, there's a loud knock at my door, the kind that says someone's not here to chat. I peek through the blinds, and it's Jake, my brother, looking like he's ready to punch something. I don't open up at first, hoping he'll leave, but he keeps pounding, so I crack the door. He's red-faced, says, Nick, quit playing games and fix this family stuff. I tell him to call tech support like normal people. He tries to push the door open, leaning in with his shoulder. I hold it firm, tell him to calm down. He snaps, says I'm screwing over Mom and Dad. I say, not my problem anymore. He shoves harder, almost gets inside, but I push him back, tell him to get off my porch. He calls me a deadbeat and storms off, smacking my mailbox as he goes. I lock the door, heart pounding, and just stand there, listening to his truck peel out. I check my phone, 3 missed calls from Mom, a voicemail. Her voice is shaky. Nick, you're making your father ill with all this stress. Jake can't get the internet back on, and Dad's business is stuck. She sends a string of texts after, talk to us, please. You're making it worse. One's just, this isn't how family acts. I almost snort, yeah, tell me about it. Thursday morning, I'm heading back from the gas station when I spot Dad's old pickup in my apartment lot. I try to slip past, but he sees me, calls out, Nick. He looks rough, bags under his eyes, like he hasn't slept. He starts in, you're being selfish. You know I count on you. Let this go. I tell him I let it go when he said I wasn't his son. He acts confused, says I'm twisting his words. I say, you can't have it both ways. Either I'm family, or I'm not. If I'm not doing the work. His face goes red, and he says I'm holding them hostage. I shrug, say you should have thought of that before. He slams his truck door so hard the whole lot hears it and drives off. By the weekend, I'm getting messages from all corners. My aunt, Dad's sister, texts, what's going on, Nick? My cousin Lisa, the one with the barbecue post, asks if I'm okay. Even Emily, Jake's wife, sends a message. What did you do? Jake's a mess. Dad can't access his accounts. Mom's crying nonstop. I reply, ask them, and leave it at that. Emily fires back a long text about family being messy, but not worth destroying. I don't respond. The group chat's blowing up again. They unmuted it, and it's a circus. Jake's calling me a crybaby. Mom's pulling the guilt card, saying grandma's worried sick. Dad just texts, fix it, Nick. Enough. I send one message. If I'm not family, don't expect family help. Then I mute it again. Sundays when it really hits them. Dad's side gig fixing cars relies on the online system I set up. He can't send invoices, can't log into his payment portal. A client calls me, since my number's still on the old account. I tell them to call Dad, not my issue. Dad loses it, leaves a voicemail so angry I can barely make out the words. You're ruining my name, Nick. Years of work, gone. I delete it. That night, Mom shows up at my place, hammering on the door. I open it, and she tries to guilt trip me. Are you really going to let your father's business collapse? I say, I'm not lifting a finger until you all treat me like I'm more than a handyman. She calls me dramatic, slaps my arm hard, and storms out, slamming the door behind her. I lock it, sit on my couch, and eat my pizza. It's wild how fast this is spiraling. Dad's business is frozen. Jake's phone plan's cut off because I removed my name, and Mom's asking neighbors if they know anyone who can fix their Wi-Fi. A buddy tells me Dad was griping about me at the local diner, calling me ungrateful. Meanwhile, I'm at home, cleaning my kitchen, watching dumb videos, scrolling through memes. My uncle, Dad's brother, texts me about forgiveness and family. I tell him to take it up with Dad. The thing is, Dad's always wanted Jake to be his mirror, into cars, hunting, all that. I never was. So Jake gets the spotlight, and I get the grunt work. Now that I'm gone, Dad's facing all the stuff I handled, and it's breaking him. He never thought I'd walk away. Some folks might say I'm too harsh, but I'm done being their doormat. They wanted me out? They can live without me. I'm sleeping better than I have in years. It's Monday, 2 weeks since that Memorial Day barbecue turned my world upside down, and I'm in my garage, tinkering with an old radio to keep my hands busy. My phone's on the workbench, lighting up every few minutes, but I'm letting it ride. I've been off the grid with my family since I shut them out, blocked their numbers, ignored their texts, left them to fend for themselves. I thought they'd figure things out by now, but it's like they're falling apart faster than a cheap lawn chair. The more I pull back, the louder they get. Last night, Jake showed up again, banging on my door like he's serving a warrant. I looked through the peephole, saw his truck parked half on my lawn, and decided to wait him out. He didn't quit, though, hammering away until I opened the door a crack. He was fuming, eyes wild, saying, Nick, you're killing us. Fix the accounts, man. I told him to call the companies himself. He tried to barge in, shoving the door with his arm. I held it steady, told him to back off. He yelled that I'm ruining Mom and Dad's lives, that I'm selfish. I said, you made it clear I'm not family, so I'm done. He called me a coward, kicked my doorstep, and stormed off, his tires spitting gravel. I locked up, stood there a minute, feeling my pulse in my ears. This morning, Mom left a voicemail, her voice cracking. Nick, your father's a mess. The internet's still off, and his clients are dropping him. Please, just talk to us. She followed with texts. This is tearing us apart. Stop this. One just said, family doesn't do this. I shook my head. Funny how they're all about family now. Jake's been texting too, a mix of begging and cursing, saying Dad's too old for this stress. I don't reply. Tuesday, I'm grabbing coffee at the corner store when I see Dad's truck pull into the lot. I try to duck out, but he spots me, hollers, Nick, hold up. He looks like he hasn't slept in days, hair all over, shirt wrinkled. He says, you're breaking us, son. You know I need you. Let's move past this. I tell him he let me go when he said I wasn't his son. He mumbles I got it wrong, but then says I need to stop acting like a kid. I say, you're on your own now. Figure it out. He gets loud, says I'm destroying the family. I walk away, and he slams his door so hard it echoes. By Wednesday, the extended family's piling on. My aunt texts, Nick, what's happening? Your mom's a wreck. Cousin Lisa messages, you good? Everyone's freaking out. Emily, Jake's wife, sends a long one. Nick, what's wrong with you? Jake's losing it. Dad's business is tanking. Mom's sobbing daily. I send back, talk to them, and leave it there. Emily replies with some nonsense about family being tough but worth saving. I ignore it. The group chat's a war zone now. They're all posting. Jake calling me a jerk. Mom saying grandma's heart's breaking. Dad just texts, Nick, enough. Fix this. I post once, not family, not helping. Then I mute it again. Thursday's when it gets real for them. Dad's car repair gig is dead in the water without the online system I set up. He can't bill clients, can't access payments. A customer calls me. My number's still tied to the account. I tell them to reach Dad. He blows up my phone, leaves a voicemail, voice shaking with rage. You're killing my reputation, Nick. Everything I built, gone. I delete it. That evening, Mom's at my door again, knocking like she's trying to wake the dead. I open up, and she pushes past, heading for my kitchen. I block her, say she can't just walk in. She ignores me, starts ranting. You're letting your father's business die. I say, I'm not your errand boy. Treat me like family, or I'm done. She calls me stubborn, smacks my shoulder, and leaves, slamming the door so hard my neighbor's dog starts barking. It's crazy how quick this is snowballing. Dad's shop is stalled. Jake's credit card's frozen since I pulled my name off their accounts, and Mom's asking around town for someone to fix their internet. A guy at the diner tells me Dad was bad-mouthing me, saying I'm spoiled. Meanwhile, I'm at home, fixing my radio, watching car rebuild videos, laughing at memes. My uncle texts about family unity. I tell him to call Dad. I know why Dad's like this. Jake's his mini-me, loves cars, hunting, all his stuff. I'm the oddball, so I got stuck with the boring tasks. Now they're drowning without me, and Dad never saw it coming. Some might say I'm cold, but I'm tired of being stepped on. They wanted me gone? They can handle life without me. I'm sleeping like a rock these days. It's Friday, almost 3 weeks since that Memorial Day barbecue flipped my life upside down, and I'm in my backyard, sipping a soda, staring at the stars. My phone's inside, probably glowing with unread messages, but I'm done checking every 5 minutes. I've been a ghost to my family since I cut them off, blocked their calls, ignored their texts, let them sink in their own mess. I thought they'd pull it together by now, but it's like they're unraveling faster than an old sweater. The harder I stand my ground, the crazier it gets. Wednesday night was wild. I'm grilling a burger when someone starts pounding on my front door, loud enough to rattle the windows. I check the peephole. It's Jake again, looking like he hasn't slept in days. I don't want to fight, so I wait, but he keeps at it, shouting, Nick, open up. I crack the door, and he's in my face, saying, you're destroying us. Fix the accounts. I tell him to call the companies himself. He tries to force his way in, shoving the door hard. I push back, tell him to get lost. He yells I'm killing Mom and Dad, calls me a selfish punk. I say, you said I'm not family, so I'm out. He swings at the doorframe, misses, and stomps off, kicking my trash can over. I lock up, heart racing, and flip my burger like nothing happened. Thursday morning, Mom leaves a voicemail, voice all wobbly. Nick, your father's falling apart. His clients are gone, and the internet's still off. Please, just help. She sends texts, one after another. You're breaking our hearts. Stop this. The last one's just, this isn't family. I roll my eyes, now they care about family? Jake's texting too, flipping between angry rants and pleas, saying Dad's health's tanking. I don't bite. Later, I'm at the hardware store when Dad pulls up in his truck. I try to slip out, but he calls, Nick, wait. He looks rough, face gray, eyes sunken. He says, you're tearing us down, son. I need you. Let's fix this. I tell him he cut me loose when he said I wasn't his son. He mutters I misheard, but then says I need to grow up. I say, handle your own problems. He shouts I'm ruining everything, slams his door, and peels out, leaving rubber on the pavement. By Saturday, the whole family's in on it. My aunt messages, Nick, what's wrong? Your mom's a mess. Cousin Lisa asks, you okay? It's chaos. Emily, Jake's wife, sends a novel. Nick, Jake's breaking, Dad's shop is dead, Mom's crying all day. What's your deal? I reply, ask them, and leave it. Emily writes back about family being worth fighting for. I ignore her. The group chat's a dumpster fire. Jake's calling me a baby. Mom's saying grandma's sick with worry. Dad just texts, Nick, stop this. Fix it. I send one line, not family, not my job. Then I mute it. Sundays when it hits hard. Dad's car shop is paralyzed without the online system I built. No invoices, no payments. A client calls me, my number's still on file. I tell them to contact Dad. He loses it, leaves a voicemail, voice raw. You're wiping out my life's work. Nick. My name's trash now. I delete it. That night, Mom's at my door, banging like she's trying to break it down. I open up, and she storms in, heading for my fridge like she lives here. I block her, say she can't barge in. She ignores me, starts yelling, you're letting your father's business die. I say, I'm not your tech guy. Treat me like family, or I'm done. She calls me heartless, slaps my arm hard enough to sting, and bolts, slamming the door so loud my neighbor texts to check if I'm okay. It's nuts how fast this is blowing up. Dad shop's a ghost town. Jake's phone's cut off since I dropped their plan, and Mom's begging neighbors for Wi-Fi help. A buddy says Dad was at the bar, trashing me, calling me lazy. I'm just chilling, grilling burgers, watching engine rebuild videos, laughing at dumb memes. My uncle texts about family forgiveness. I tell him to talk to Dad. Dad's always seen Jake as his clone cars, outdoors, his kind of guy. I was never that, so I got the grunt work, the invisible stuff. Now they're choking without me, and Dad never saw it coming. Some might call me harsh, but I'm done being their doormat. They wanted me out? Let them live it. I'm sleeping like a baby now, and it feels good. It's Tuesday, A month since that Memorial Day barbecue gut punched me, and I'm in my kitchen, eating cereal, trying to tune out the chaos. My phone's on the counter, buzzing like a chainsaw, but I'm letting it pile up. I've been a shadow to my family since I cut them loose, blocked their calls, ignored their texts, left them to sort out their own disasters. I figured they'd adapt, but it's like they're crumbling faster than dry cornbread. The more I hold my line, the wilder they get, and now it's hitting a fever pitch. Monday night, Jake showed up at my place, hammering on the door like he's busting through a barricade. I peek out, his truck's parked crooked, headlights glaring. I don't want to brawl, but he's relentless, so I open the door a sliver. He's a wreck, eyes bloodshot, shouting, "Nick, you're killing us. Fix the damn accounts." I tell him to call the providers. He lunges at the door, trying to shove it open. I hold firm, say, "Back off, Jake." He screams I'm destroying mom and dad's lives, calls me a traitor. I say, "You all said I'm not family, so I'm done." He slams his fist on the frame, storms off, and I hear his truck roar away. I lock up, hand shaking, and pour another bowl of cereal to calm down. Tuesday morning, mom's voicemail hits hard, voice trembling. "Nick, your father's not eating. His shop's dead, and we've got no internet. Please, just stop this." She sends texts, one after another. "You're tearing us apart. We need you." The last one's blunt. "This isn't what family does." I scoff at family. Huh? Jake's texting too, a mess of rage and begging, saying dad's heart's acting up. I don't reply. Later, I'm at the grocery store when dad pulls up in his beat-up truck. I try to dodge, but he yells, "Nick." He looks like a ghost, pale, unshaven, clothes rumpled. He says, "You're breaking me, son. I can't do this without you. Let's end this." I tell him he ended it when he said I wasn't his son. He swears I got it wrong, but then says I need to quit whining. I say, "Fix your own mess." He shouts I'm ruining the family, slams his door, and peels out, tires squealing. Wednesday, the whole clan's in my inbox. My aunt writes, "Nick, your mom's falling apart." What's going on? Cousin Lisa asks, "You okay?" It's a mess. Emily, Jake's wife, sends a book. "Nick, Jake's a wreck. Dad's shop is gone. Mom's crying nonstop. Why are you doing this?" I reply, "Ask them," and shut it down. Emily fires back about family being worth saving. I ignore her. The group chat's a riot. Jake's calling me spineless. Mom's saying grandma's praying for me. Dad texts, "Nick, fix this now." I post one thing, not family, not helping. Then I mute it again. Thursday, dad's car shop is a graveyard. No online system, no invoices, no cash flow. A client calls me, my number's still linked. I tell them to find dad. He blows up my phone, leaves a voicemail, voice cracking. "You're erasing my life, Nick." My reputation's shot. I delete it. That night, mom's at my door, pounding like she's breaking in. I open it, and she tries to storm past. I block her, say she can't just walk in. She ignores me, yells, "You're killing your father's business." I say, "I'm not your servant. Treat me like family, or I'm out." She calls me cruel, slaps my arm so hard it stings, and bolts, slamming the door. My neighbor's porch light flicks on. This is spiraling out of control. Dad's shop's done. Jake's credit card's dead since I yanked my name off their accounts, and mom's asking around for tech help. A buddy says dad was at the diner, calling me a deadbeat. I'm just eating cereal, watching car shows, scrolling memes. My uncle texts about family healing. I tell him to call dad. Dad's always wanted Jake to be his twin cars, hunting, his vibe. I was the misfit, stuck with the grunt work. Now they're lost without me, and it's hitting them hard. Some might say I'm too tough, but I'm done being walked on. They wanted me out? They're getting it. I'm sleeping deep, but part of me wonders how far this'll go. It's Sunday, 5 weeks since that Memorial Day barbecue blew everything up, and I'm on my couch, flipping through a car magazine, trying to stay calm. My phone's on the coffee table, still buzzing with messages I haven't opened. I've been a ghost to my family since I cut them off, blocked their calls, ignored their texts, let them drown in their own chaos. I thought they'd pull it together, but they're still flailing, and now there's a new twist that's got me thinking. Friday night, Jake came by again, banging on my door like he's auditioning for a cop show. I looked out, his truck's parked half on my grass, engine still running. I didn't want a scene, but he wouldn't quit, so I opened the door a crack. He looked awful, face drawn, voice hoarse, saying, "Nick, this has to stop. Dad's sick, mom's breaking, and I can't fix this." I told him to call the companies. He didn't shove the door this time, just stood there, eyes wet, and said, "I'm sorry, man. I didn't know it was this bad for you. I wasn't ready for that." I said, "You all made it clear I'm not family." He shook his head, said, "That's not true," and left, his truck rolling out slow. I locked up, sat on the couch, and stared at the wall. Saturday morning, mom left a voicemail, softer than before. "Nick, I know we hurt you. Your father's not himself, and I'm scared. Can we talk?" She sent a text, "Please, Nick. I'm sorry." Jake texted too, just, "I messed up. Let's fix this together." I didn't reply, but it stuck with me. Later, I'm at the auto parts store when dad pulls up. I brace myself, but he doesn't yell. He looks small, shoulders slumped, and says, "Nick, I was wrong. I didn't mean it. You're my son." I tell him words don't undo years of being sidelined. He nods, eyes down, and says, I know. I'm trying. He drives off slow. No door slam. It's the first time he's ever owned up, and it throws me. By Saturday night, the family's still reaching out, but it's different. My aunt texts, Nick, your mom says they're sorry. Can you talk? Cousin Lisa writes, I didn't know they treated you like that. I'm here. Emily sends, Nick, Jake's taking this hard. He knows he was wrong. Can we work this out? I don't respond, but I'm not as quick to delete. The group chat's quieter. Mom posts, Nick, we love you. Please come home. Jake adds, I'm sorry, bro. Dad just writes, I need you, son. I don't reply, but I don't mute it either. Sunday morning, I get a call from Grandma. She's old, voice frail, saying, Nick, I don't understand all this, but I miss you. Come see me. That one hits different. She's never picked sides. I don't call back, but I'm thinking about it. Dad's shop is still down, Jake's phone's off, and Mom's leaning on neighbors for internet. A buddy says Dad was at church, not the diner, and didn't trash me this time. I'm still at home, reading my magazine, watching videos, but Jake's apology and Dad's words keep circling in my head. I've always been the odd man out. Jake was Dad's mirror, into cars and hunting. I was the tech guy, the invisible one. Now they're seeing what I did, and it's shaking them. I'm not ready to jump back in, but I'm not as angry. I'm starting to wonder if there's a way to set boundaries without burning it all down. Some might say I'm softening, but I'm just tired of the fight. They wanted me gone, and I gave it to them, but maybe there's a middle ground. I'm sleeping okay, but I'm thinking about Grandma's call. Maybe I'll visit her, just to see. For now, I'm keeping my distance, eating my cereal, and letting them sit with their apologies. It's Wednesday, 6 weeks since that Memorial Day barbecue changed everything, and I'm in my truck, driving to Grandma's house, my stomach in knots. My phone's in the cup holder, quiet for once, after weeks of constant buzzing. I've been distant from my family since I cut them off, blocked their calls, ignored their texts, let them face their own mess. Their apologies last week, Jake's regret, Dad's admission, Mom's pleas, cracked something in me. I'm not ready to dive back into their world, but I'm here to see Grandma, to find some kind of clarity. Monday, I called Grandma back. Her voice was warm, saying, Nick, just come over. We'll eat pie and talk. I agreed, but only for her. Yesterday, Jake texted, thanks for thinking about it, man. I mean it. Mom sent, we're trying, Nick. We love you. Dad wrote, I'm sorry, son. Let's start over. I didn't reply, but I didn't block them either. At Grandma's, she's waiting on her porch, a plate of apple pie ready. We sit, and she doesn't push, just asks about my life. I tell her about the barbecue, Dad's words, years of feeling like despair. She listens, nods, says, they're stubborn, but they're learning. You're strong for standing up. It's the first time I feel seen. I don't fix their accounts, but I send Jake a link to the provider's customer service. I tell Mom I'll talk, but only if they respect my boundaries. Dad calls, voice shaky, saying he's taking classes to learn computers, trying to rebuild his shop. I say, good. I'm not your tech guy anymore. He agrees, says he's proud of me. It's weird, but it lands. Emily texts, the girls miss you. Can they visit? I say yes, but just them, no Jake yet. The group chat's calm now. Lisa posts, proud of you, Nick. I reply, thanks. Dad's shop's still struggling, but he's managing. Jake's got his phone back, and Mom's learning to troubleshoot the internet. A buddy says Dad was at the diner, talking about starting fresh, not bashing me. I'm at home, working on my radio, watching car shows, feeling lighter. Jake was always Dad's shadow cars, hunting, his kind of son. I was the odd one, stuck with the grunt work. Now they're seeing me, and I'm setting terms. I visit Grandma weekly, play with Jake's girls, talk to Mom on my terms. Dad and I are slow, but we're talking. Some might say I'm too soft, but this isn't weakness, it's strength with limits. They wanted me out, and I showed them I could walk. Now I'm building something new, not as their fix-it guy, but as me. I'm sleeping better than ever, eating pie with Grandma, and driving my truck with the windows down. This isn't the end I expected, but it's mine, and it feels right.